Give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles for the edification knowledge. For Wadi Ba'ashem Yahushua for putting the spirit of elders and apostles so we can learn through the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua through truth and spirit. And the Wadi Ba'ashem Yahushua for putting the spirit of elders and apostles so we can become edified and learn in this truth and knowledge, man. The spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Call Halayah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Give all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Revelations 1:9. I, John, who was also your brother and companion in tribulation and in the kingdom and patience of Hamashiach Yahushua, and was in the isle that is called Patmos, for the word of Yahweh and the testimony of Hamashiach. So he was on this. John was stuck on the island of Patmos in prison, relating to writing the books and Revelations, which means to reveal. So he's in great tribulation. He was in a difficult space, man. But he had to fulfill relating to writing the books relating to Revelations. So relating to the end times, man, to reveal regarding the end times, man. He's the last of the disciples. And the favorite of Yahweh Shai, man. Let's go to Luke 14:27. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. So bear your cross, man. Bear your cross, show your loyalty from a spiritual aspect relating to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Prioritizing what's more important. Matthews 10, we'll read Matthews 10:36. Shalakia. He that loveth his father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. So of course you love your son, your daughter, your mother, but they can't be more prioritizing than Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. This truth and knowledge comes before even your own family, man. 38. And he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. And he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. So if you try to save your life, you're going to lose it. But if you lose your life in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, you're going to find it. Like I said, bearing that cross relates to that loyalty, prioritizing what's more important, and showing the loyalty relating to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. Because many people's priorities of this world are priorities that really are nothing, man. They're futile, ain't nothing, man. They show it through vainglory and nonsense, man. The majority of people, that's why majority are not gonna, it's only a small amount, man. Because the majority of people, 2/3, Zechariah 13:8, for 2/3 part to be cut off and 1/3 to be left there, and majority gonna be cut off. They of this world, man. They are the ways of the world. Their priorities are of this world, man. And they're going to be destroyed just like of the world as well. Let's go to Romans 5 and Romans 5, 15 and 5. 15 and 4, Shalakia. Romans 15 and 4. And whatsoever things were written for aforetime were written for our learning. So these things are written for our learning, relating to the scriptures, man. They're written for our learning so we can learn and know certain things. That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. That hope relates to that faith. Through the comfort and the things that are spoken in the scriptures, that we have hope, knowing that certain things are going to come to pass and believing in those things as well. Let's go to Acts 5, 12 through 20. Acts 5, 12 through 20. This is going to be something short. The Yahweh B'Shem Yoshua B'Shem Rakakadash. Five, 12 through 20. And these examples pretty much of the disciples doing certain things in the works, doing works in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yoshua, being persecuted by the Sadducees, the wicked Sadducees and Pharisees, man. Put them in prison. You know, they were trying to stop they were trying to stop them from doing the work of Yahweh B'Shem Yoshua, man. 12. And by the hands of the apostles were many signs and wonders wrought among the people, and they were all with one accord in Solomon's porch, and the rest durst no man join himself to them. By the people magnified themselves, and believers were the more added to the Lord Yahweh, the multitudes both of men and women, insomuch that they brought forth the sick into the streets and laid them on the beds and couches, that at the least at the shadow of Peter passing might made overshadow some of them. They came also a multitude out of the cities round about into Jerusalem, and bringing sick folks in them which were vexed with unclean spirits, and were healed every one. Then the high priest rose up, and all they that were with him, which is the sect of the Sadducees, were filled with indignation. They were filled with indignation because they were doing the works of Yahweh B'Shem Yoshua. They were told not to preach that name, specific name of Yahweh B'Shem Yoshua. And the scripture talks about we ought to obey Yahweh, not men. That relates to the apostles speaking that. 5:29. Here we go. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey Yahweh rather than men. So they doing the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yoshua, man. They don't care what man says. "18. And they laid their hands on the apostles and put them in common prison. 19. But the angel of the Lord by night opened the prison doors and brought them forth and said, go and speak in the temple to the people all the words of this life." And this life relates to this truth and knowledge, man. This is just a few scriptures relating to that. Because relating to this truth and knowledge, man, many persecutions are to come, man. Relating to ones who've been standing for years regarding this truth and knowledge, man. Because the opposition do not like this truth being put out, man. Give all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yoshua B'Shem Rakakadash. I hope it helps whoever listens. Shalom.